people of the internet? It is Adam Malik Aaron, and today is review time, which means we're reviewing a movie I picked randomly from this collection. Well, not really this collection. I have like a ton of other movies in tubs of plastic tubs. This movie is a remake, and it's a decent one too, which is surprising. It is The Karate Kid with Jaden Smith. Oh, this was before After Earth and his amazing, incredible tweets like most trees are blue. Good stuff. And Jackie Chan. So this is the remake of the 1984 film with the same name. But the thing about it is it's not a direct remake. It actually does things a lot differently than the original. Like in the original, it took place mostly as, the original, it was just a kid like moving from a city to another city. Like, it's rough, but it's still normal. This movie, actually, I'll just read you the description. You can see it good? Okay. So, when Dre Parker, Jaden Smith, and his mother, Taraji P. Henson, moved from Detroit to China, not sure why they would make such a drastic change. I mean, they said like his mom got a job there. I'm like, what type of job requires you to go all the way overseas? I wouldn't want that job, personally. So Dre feels lost in a world very far from what he knows, obviously. Bullied and beaten up by some fellow students in his school, Dre is rescued by his apartment building's handyman, Mr. Han, a man who is mourning a devastating loss. Mr. Han takes pity on Dre and agrees to teach him kung fu to defend himself. Training together, teacher and student learn to trust each other and ultimately form a friendship that heals them both. We already got a problem. It's that the movie's called The Karate Kid, but in the movie they say everything like they're mainly talking about kung fu. So technically it should be the Kung Fu Kid, but that wouldn't sound right, so they had to use karate. I don't want to get into it because that's too deep of a discussion. So yeah, so Dre, like, he's in China now, and it's a lot different from, the U.S., obviously. He doesn't meet a girl, so that's nice. But then, like, he gets bullied and, like, beat up. And by, like, this kid, like, his group. And then, like, this kid, the main bully, he is a savage. My goodness, he is, like, the type of bully, like, you'd be like, if you saw him, you'll be like, I'm walking the other way. Like, this kid, like, shows zero mercy. Like, he's, like, super serious all the time. Like, I mean, my goodness. He can be very brutal, but, yeah. One day, Dre decides to, I think he not really pranked, but get revenge on these bullies. Turns out it doesn't work out so well because he's cornered. Then he got his handyman, Mr. Han. Not Mr. Miyagi, but same thing, basically. So, Jackie Chan comes to the rescue and takes out all the bullies. Well, he doesn't take them out, but at least makes sure, like, they don't harm Dre again. And then, so, after a while, Dre, he's trying to, like, learn karate lessons, or kung fu lessons, my bad. Defend himself and whatnot. Sometimes does it, like, on the TV. He does it like that. Doesn't work out very well. And also, I noticed, like, on TV, he was watching SpongeBob. Hilariously, the intro is English, but everything else is Chinese. And I'm like, is that how it really is? Is that how it really is with shows. That's pretty weird. Anyone's ever been in China? Please let me know. I would, because I'm very interested. If that's how shows really are, do they do the intros like for American shows? Do they just the intro starts in English and then the rest of the shows in Chinese? Please let me know. I'm curious. So Mr. Han, teaches Dre kung fu. And just like Mr. Miyagi, it's not your typical kung fu lesson. Instead, because in the movie, it's like a theme, like Dre, like he kind of just throws his jacket on the ground, and his mom's like, pick up the jacket, and he's just like, nah. So Mr. Han uses it to teach him. Like, take it off, put it down, put it up, take it on, put it on, take it off. Does it like in a cycle. And then Dre, obviously getting frustrated, then eventually he realizes that Mr. Han was, teaching him, some actual kung fu moves. So the rest of the movie is basically a montage, for Dre to, be ready to compete in a kung fu tournament. This is the problem with this movie. It should have been called The Kung Fu Kid. Be in a tournament, which the bully is in, and so, basically, and also like with the girl, like there's like they have a little relationship. They have like a little problem, and then they fix it, and in the end, and then it goes the way you think it's gonna go, and then I'm not gonna spoil the rest of it. That's the whole movie. So what do I think of this? Well, it's a lot better than an average remake, because one, it's not a complete readaptation, because that's just being lazy. And two, I think it kind of stands on its own. I mean, the performances, Jaden Smith, sure, say what you want about him. Yes, After Earth was an abomination, albeit a hilarious abomination. But I believe this is probably the best he's ever done, in a movie, because, it looks like he's because in this movie, like, it kind of requires him, because, he's the main star. Well, not the star. He's, like, the main character. But since he's a kid, it's not quite as bad as in After Earth. He's, like, trying to lead, like, a multi-million, like $100 million movie, and it turns out terribly. And also Jackie Chan is also very good, very well cast in this role as a Mr. Miyagi-like character. Taraji P. Henson is also pretty good as Dre's mother. She does have a funny moment where like Dre, like he's starting like how like a cobra, or like like a cobra. I forgot what it was called. It was like a cobra stare or something. But he does like this, trying to like control like his mom, and she's just like, Dre, stop it, you acting crazy, eat your noodles. I thought that was fun. Yeah, in terms of cons, not too much, other than the obvious fact this movie should have been called The Kung Fu Kid. Other than that, not too much, problems with this movie. So, I'm going to give it another 8 out of 10. This is our third 8 out of 10 in a row. We're on a roll with quality, which is good. Highly recommend this movie. It's a nice family movie. Nothing, too inappropriate. Just a nice movie for the whole family. So that's the Karate Kid 2010 remake. Next review is not going to be kid-friendly at all. It's going to be the complete polar opposite. It's going to be an extremely raunchy movie, but the type of raunchy movie that makes a lot of money. That's High School Comedy. And what we're doing in particular is Superbad. That stars, Jonah Hill and Michael Cera And it also features the greatest fake name of all time. And I'll explain. If you've never seen the movie, I'll explain what that is in that review. So make sure to tune in for that. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. I am out.